Welcome to Moonlight Adventures, where gentle, timeless tales guide little dreamers into sleep. Snuggle close, close your eyes, and let the adventure begin with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Once upon a time, in a kingdom filled with tall mountains and quiet forests, there lived a kind and gentle princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as a rose, and hair as dark as night. Everyone who met her loved her sweet nature and warm smile. But the queen, her stepmother, was jealous of Snow White's beauty. Every day, the queen would ask her magic mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And every day, the mirror replied, "You are my queen." But one day, the mirror answered, "Snow White is the fairest of them all." The queen was not pleased. In her jealousy, she sent Snow White away into the forest. Snow White wandered through the woods until she found a tiny cottage with 7 little chairs, 7 little beds, and 7 sets of shoes by the door. It belonged to 7 dwarfs, who worked in the forest mines. When they came home, they were surprised to see Snow White, but she was kind and polite, and they quickly became friends. "You can stay here with us," said the dwarfs, "but be careful. The queen may come looking for you." Snow White promised to be cautious, and they all lived happily together. But far away, the queen asked her mirror again, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" And once more it said, "Snow White, living in the cottage with the 7 dwarfs." The queen was furious. Disguised as an old woman, she set off with a basket of apples, one of them poisoned. When she reached the cottage, she offered the red apple to Snow White. "It's a special apple, my dear. Just one bite will make your wishes come true." Snow White, being kind, took the apple and bit into it. At once, she fell to the ground, silent and still. When the dwarfs returned, they were heartbroken. They gently laid Snow White in a glass bed and kept watch over her, day and night. Seasons passed, and one day, a kind prince wandered into the forest. When he saw Snow White, he felt a deep sorrow, as though he had known her forever. He gently took her hand, and just then, the magic of the apple faded. Snow White opened her eyes. The prince smiled, and the dwarfs cheered with joy. Snow White stood up, healthy and bright once more. She thanked the dwarfs for their kindness, and soon, she and the prince returned to the castle, where peace and happiness reigned again. And the queen? Well, she never asked her mirror again. Snow White lived happily ever after, always kind, always gentle, and always loved. The end. Subscribe for more timeless tales with Moonlight Adventures. Thank you.